Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. So here we are live for questions. Any questions you have for the tarot cards? I'll answer as many questions as I don't care how many questions you have. We can just I have some time now, and we'll just see where it takes us. I went to the beach yesterday for the first time this year, and very lucky that I was able to get there because it's always like, I don't know, a project for me to get there. But it was nice. It wasn't really sunny out, but it was really nice. So we were there all day. The water was nice. It was just, we got very lucky. Although we have some blisters on our feet because we really walked a lot. It was a good time though. We're gonna go again soon, hopefully. But I just feel lucky and grateful that I got there once. All right, anybody that's got a question for the tarot cards, as soon as you're ready. I am ready. All right, I'll just randomly pick one for myself. Oh, the devil. The devil. When the devil shows up, it's usually some kind of an addiction or an earthly pleasure of some type. So if this card comes up for you, it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. My question is, does my Gemini spy on me? When will he communicate? There's no communication. He probably spies, especially on social media. So common. But we'll ask that right now as a yes or no question. Is he spying? Is he spying? Okay. Ah. Oh, God, it's tight corners over here. Okay, well, you have 70% chance with the aces, because you got two aces, that yes, he is spying on you. But that goes up a little bit higher than 70 because the third card was the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be the kind of a thing where he is spying on you. He's kind of waiting. He's not really sure what to do. And this is a slow mover, so it just may take a little bit of time. But generally speaking, this reading is a yes, he is spying on you. Now, when it comes to the communication aspect, how soon will it happen? Mercury goes retrograde Monday, I believe. And that's when people that we haven't heard from or seen in a long time will show up. But I'm going to pick a playing card just to see if we can get a little bit more on timing. And the time frame with the Mercury thing would be like from now until like August 15th. Nine of spades. The spades would either be the fall, it could be the 9th of any month, 9 days, 9 weeks, the month of September, or the 9th of any month. Yes, okay. Gil. Is anything going to happen with Gil? Okay, you have a 33% chance that something is going to happen, okay, with the Ace of Swords. Now, the swords move fast. So it could be something comes out of the blue, or it's like one of those annoying things where when you least expect it, something happens. Now you have here the Eight of Wands, which means that something is changing fast. So if this is a situation where you've never been with this person, or you haven't been with this person in a long time, or even the kind of situation where they told you that they didn't want anything more, it changes. And when it changes fast. So once again, this is something that comes out of the blue. It's not something that's like a long time building where you can almost see it coming. This might be like out of the blue, You had no idea, totally surprised by it. This card here is the Five of Pentacles, which is showing worry. So if you are worried about this relationship or this situation, don't worry. Worrying brings more worrying. So the best thing that you can do, the best thing that you can do is try to let it go. And I know that it sounds so annoying because it's like, if I could let it go, I wouldn't be thinking about it. And if I wasn't, like it's, how do you just tell somebody to not think about it? Because as soon as you tell somebody, don't think of skeletons, there you think of a skeleton. If you can keep your mind distracted and like legit distracted, do whatever you can to get your mind off of it, that's when it's probably going to happen. And that's the most annoying answer I can give anyone, but that's just what usually happens. And that's what those cards are suggesting. So I know it's so frustrating, but a lot of people are going to have some communication and some things going on now that Mercury's going retro. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the question. Yes, of course. Go ahead. See if I can get this. How does John feel about me? How does John feel? How does John feel about Devin? Ace of Pentacles, Judgment, the Two of Cups. Okay, so this is good. Now, the Ace of Pentacles, generally speaking, would be a new opportunity when it comes to business. But being that, yes, I will. Let me finish this one. As soon as, this would be a business opportunity, but being that this was like a love-related question or an emotion-related question, this to me is a new beginning when it comes to love, or it could be a new offering of love in this situation. Now, the Judgment card could be karma, right? Or it could be a new beginning. It could be a new beginning with an old person, like somebody that you were with once before, or it could be starting a relationship over with somebody that you used to be with. The Two of Cups is a soulmate connection, and it's a union. So, how will selling art? Okay. So this is a union. So there's going to be some kind of a connection or reconnection with this John. Okay, so just hang in there. Okay, next I'm going to ask for a spirit message, and then I'll do the art question. All right, spirit message. Oh, Dylan, stop it. Okay, so I'm going to pick one card to see what happens. The Sun. All right, the Sun, even though it was in reverse, is one of the best cards to get. It means happiness. It's like, look at it. It could also be a Leo shows up. But for the most part, this is a good omen, and this is happiness. And if you're not feeling happy or satisfied right now, it's on the horizon, so don't worry. All right, hang on. Let me get this guy some peanut butter. All right, we got coconut oil. I got coconut oil. And then I'm going to ask the question about the art. How is selling the art on Pinterest? Oh my God, and he's got to almost knock the thing. Oh, you're very welcome. A Leo's coming. A Leo could be coming, yes. Okay, now I'm asking the question about the person selling art on Pinterest. Okay, so how will selling art on Pinterest be successful? Profitable and successful? Yes and no question. Yes, definitely successful. The first card you got out of the two aces, right? And generally speaking, I don't really read the aces as what they are when I do it like this. I basically read these just as percentages. So each ace would be 30% yes, or 33% yes. So this is like a 66, 70% chance yes. But this card here would mean new business opportunity, and then this would be fast. Something comes in fast, like you could be successful overnight. Now, the final card is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is like earning money. It could also be spending money, but it's like money flow. So being that the question was, how will it go selling? And this card shows up, it's a favorable omen. So I think that you're in good shape, and I think you should definitely pursue it. Just try to stay positive, try not to get frustrated, and just stay focused. I know I missed a bunch of questions. I saw them coming and it happened too fast. So if you could resend them. Yes, you have a question? Like a specific question? I just feel personally that when I have a question, I can kind of hone into it better rather than just a broad general reading. Leaves a lot open for interpretations. Okay, whenever you're ready. What are Jacob's feelings for me? I'm going to do that first, and then you send me in your question. Okay, what are Jacob's feelings? What are Jacob's intentions? Well, he may be working up courage. If he is somebody that maybe is a little shy or a little bit reluctant, because it looks like he's working up courage. Now, the Knight of Wands tends to travel fast, so a message could come in fast or things could change fast. Right in the middle of the spread, you have the Happy Home, which could be that, I mean, look, this is the engagement card. It's a celebration, but it could be that you're finally reconnecting with this person or reconnecting or whatever the situation is. It's a positive omen. The last card is the Seven of Pentacles, which is like working towards it and kind of observing what you're doing, but not really jumping or going for it yet. So just give it a little bit of time because it just may take a minute. Dylan, come on, come on. Here, you want peanut butter? Oh, don't knock over the camera. Okay. All right. Dose. Okay. Because I've been isolated and dealt with terrible people at the same time. I missed the rest of that. If you could resend that. And then the question about dose, ask me again after I do this. Because the person that just sent it about the being isolated, I just want to see what the rest of that question was. There's got to be a way where I could see the chat. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm feeling very down. I know my spirit guide has me and I'm okay. Okay, so whenever you're feeling like this, the first thing that you always do is acknowledge it. I'm allowed to feel like this. I have reasons for feeling like this. I'm going to get through it. It's going to pass. But acknowledge it and allow yourself to feel it, because if you stuff it, it's just going to get buried and it's going to come out in another way. And then the next thing you want to try to do, if you can, is do whatever you can to make yourself feel happy, even if it's just for the moment. Put on a funny movie, sing, dance, whatever. Anything that you can do just to kind of get the vibe up. And now let's see what the cards say. And try not to focus on the things that went wrong, but try to focus on the things that went right. I know it's not easy, but... Right. Okay. Well, the first card you got is the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be, it could be a new love offering coming in, because we're talking here more about relationships. If not, at the worst, it's a new business opportunity. It's still a good card. The Hermit. Now, if you're saying that you've been isolating yourself, then you're coming out of that, because the Hermit upright is more of like not isolating yourself in a bad way, but taking a step back from like crappy situations, spending a little time introspective, reflecting on what's going on, it's a good thing. The Hermit is also a Virgo, so a Virgo could be around you that you may connect with, or you might have some kind of a connection to. The Sun card, there's happiness. There's happiness on the horizon. Just don't be upset, because even if it takes a little bit of time to get through all this muck, there's happiness on the other side. The Sun and the Ten of Cups are like two of the best cards to get. I'm a Pisces. So the Moon in reverse could be that a secret gets revealed. So it could be that something comes out that maybe makes sense to you, and then maybe the situations or the shitty relationships don't seem as bad now that you know the secret. The Moon in reverse is usually a secret getting revealed. And then the last card here, in this situation, because we're talking about relationships, in reverse, it's like not moving forward. So you may find out something about, like this way, it would be like leaving, like I'm getting out of here. But since it's in reverse, you may find out something about one of the relationships or one of the situations that you thought was devastating. You may find out like a secret gets revealed and it's not nearly as bad as you thought it was. And there may even be a reconnection with that person because it doesn't look like you're moving away from them. King of Cups, it could be a water sign, which would be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. The Death card is transformation. Your life is transforming. You're not going to be feeling this way for much longer. And I'll pull one more card. Judgment. Karma. So if somebody has screwed you up, either karma comes back to them or the situation reverses itself. That happens sometimes. Sometimes something happens and it gets blown out of proportion and we're miserable over it, and then we realize that it really wasn't as bad as we thought it was at that moment. I think you just need to hang in there for a little bit longer. You got the Sun right in the center of the spread. You got transformation. You have karma. Things are definitely going to change for you. Okay. Who's next? Oh, what was the question about the name began with a D? Dose? Was it Dose? Okay, Dose. Does Dose like me? Okay. The person definitely likes you. You got the Ace here. Okay, so that's 33%. And then you have the Three of Wands. The only thing that's a little bit questionable is this is like walking away or leaving. So I'm wondering if this person doesn't think that you like them, or maybe they think that you guys are more of like friends and not really feeling the romantic connection just yet. If that's the case, or if that kind of resonates with you and you want to change the dynamic, change the idea in your head of how you think that person feels. So if in your head you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm in the friend zone, we're only going to be friends, that that person doesn't see me as a romantic partner, start to change the way you look at that and just repeat things in your head like, I'm the perfect partner and they can't wait to be with me, and start to feel like that, because you'll put that out there and it will get reflected back to you. In all these tarot readings, this is a snapshot of what's happening today. It's not written in stone and it can change. Okay, so start to change the way you think he thinks about you. So if you think that he thinks that you're his friend or his buddy, yeah, okay. Start to change in your mind the way you think about him and how he thinks about you. Start to think things like, he thinks I'm perfect and he is so attracted to me and he thinks that I'm a good partner for him. And that's going to start to go out into the universe, and he's going to start to take notice of that. And he's going to have no idea that he's taking notice of something that you're doing. It's just going to be like it's all his thoughts coming in. It might take a couple of weeks. It usually takes a couple of weeks to, change the thinking. That's okay. Sure. Did I miss anybody else's questions? Any other questions? You're confused between two different guys? That's okay. You can have as many options as you want. You don't have to make any decisions. You always want the decisions to be yours and not somebody else's. So for example, I would rather see you have to choose between 4 guys and rather than, what's your sign? I would rather see you have to choose between 4 guys than have somebody else have the decision. So I would rather see, yeah, Aquarius, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer. Tyler the Scorpio. Okay, I will answer that in a minute. All right, let's see. Taurus or Cancer? Taurus. You got about a 33% chance, right, with the Taurus. But then it goes up a little bit more because the Queen of Pentacles shows up, which is a Taurus. And then the last card is the 3 of Swords. So there is some kind of a possible betrayal by the Taurus. Let me ask about the Cancer. How does the Aquarius do with the Cancer? You got a 33% chance, right, with the Cancer. But interesting enough, I'm thinking here you're young. Are you young, like under 30? Because 2 pages showed up, and the Taurus page showed up, and so did the Cups, which is water sign, Cancer. So I'm thinking that you might have to be the one that chooses, and that's good. Good. It's always better for you to be the one that's caught between 2 people, because having 2 people to choose from keeps your mind occupied on either one, and when you're not thinking of the other one, you let go of them, and then that's when they show up. So having too many to juggle is always a good thing. Good. Good. I'm glad. All right. Tyler the Scorpio. Is he a waste of time? Tyler the Scorpio. Is he a waste of time? Well, you got 3 aces. So 3 aces kind of suggests that 99% chance it is kind of a waste of time. However, thank you. Thank you so much. But here's the thing. This is what's going on right now. If you want to change that, you have to change the way you're thinking. So just because you ask the question, are you wasting your time? You already have that thought in your head. So if you are thinking that you're wasting your time, that's what's going out into the universe, and that's what's getting reflected back. So change the way you think about him. Like, let's just say, for example, in your mind, you're thinking, he's a player, he's a loser, he doesn't want to work, he's lazy, whatever. If you start to change the way that you see him, you will put that out into the universe, and it will get reflected back to you differently. So if you start to think, he's not lazy, he knows how to get not even not lazy, he's very productive, he knows how to get things done, he's committed, and he's loyal, then that's going to start getting reflected back to you, because we all have multifaceted personalities. So you are going to see exactly the side that you are choosing to see. So when it's in your head that he's a waste of time, that's what's being reflected, but that can change. We can change it like that. In my experience, it takes a couple of weeks to change it. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow, don't get upset. It still can happen. Okay. Who's coming towards me in July and August? Who is coming towards me in July and August? Well, it looks like July and August could be a little up and down, and I'm not surprised because we had these stupid eclipses, and we also have the Mercury retrograde. So you definitely have Wands here, which is a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. Now, in the center, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you may not be feeling, or you might not be getting a new job opportunity. If you were looking for one, it could be held up. That's okay. You have the Queen of Pentacles, which is an earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. So there are people coming towards you. Now, you have the Tower, which is a little bit of a disaster. Something may need to get destroyed to be rebuilt. So if this happens, don't get upset. Just know, yes, remind me. Let me finish this one, Rainbow, and then I'll get back to you. So if something gets destroyed, don't get upset because you know it's being destroyed so that it can be rebuilt. The very next card is the Sun, which is happiness, one of the best cards to get. This card shows up, you're guaranteed happiness, so ride the waves if you have to. And then the last card, the Sun could also be a Leo showing up, which would correspond with the fire sign. The last card is the Moon, which could be your intuition. It could be a Pisces, or it can be a secret gets revealed. So you have a lot happening here. You have earth signs, fire signs, a Pisces, a Leo, a possible destruction, a total rebuild. There's a lot that's going to happen. I don't think that your life is going to look the same come September. Hope that helps. Okay, Rainbow, you met someone last night, and what was the question? I know that's a lot that came up. I'll ask the question about Nikita after I do Rainbow. Rainbow, what was the question about the person from Dubai? Did you meet somebody last night? Hala, what's your question? Last night from Dubai, did you see him and I dating? Okay, yes and no question. Yes, 70% chance. And then the third card here is the stability. So if you do date this person, it'll be a stable relationship. Hala, what was your question? Let me see if I can get this chat to come up so that I can see it. What was my twin flames move towards me? Is he an Aquarius? All right, so is Hala's twin flame an Aquarius? Yes or no? Okay, it's only showing a 33% chance, yes, that the person is an Aquarius. And then you have an earth sign here, which would be a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And the first card that actually came up was the Devil, which is an addiction, material, feeling good. So, you know, the twin flame question is hard. And then the Aquarius question is also hard, only because like somebody like me, I have 3 planets in Aquarius. My sun is in Pisces. It's the only water sign I have. The rest of my planets I have 7 planets in air signs. So if somebody were reading me, I might come up as an air sign. So your Aquarius might have 6 planets in Capricorn, and he's showing up as that earth sign. So it's kind of a little bit, these cards are saying no, probably not. But if you know their chart and they have a ton of planets in Capricorn, I would say this could be 4 signs in Capricorn. So it could be that this person's more of an earth sign, and that yes, because then you have the devil. So there's like an earthly sexual attraction with this person. So I would stay positive on that. There's a definite connection. Okay, who else did I miss? Let me see if I can, if the chat would just, is my connection with M real, or is it an illusion? It's been 3 years. Okay. What's the connection with M? Is it real or is it an illusion? Take it. Take the whole thing. Come on. Is it real or is it an illusion? Usually questions like this, it's not an illusion and it's not in your head. But let's ask. No, it's not in your head. You only got a 33% chance that it's in your head. And if I wasn't reading this as a yes and no question, this would be a new offering of love coming in. The card here in the center you have is Judgment, which is karma, or it could be a karmic tie. It could also be a new beginning. You could be seeing karma show up. And then the last card is the Queen of Wands. And with the Wands, things change fast. So this person may be saying one thing today, and then things change tomorrow. So the connection is not in your head. And I have a lot of people, and I've even felt that way before myself, like maybe I'm dreaming this up. You're not. You're not. It's very real. Did I scare Alec? Pisces, he won't text. Will he be back? Will Alec be back? Okay, yeah, I think so. All right, it's showing that he's a little indecisive right now. And how typical, like I'm a Pisces and very indecisive. The fish has 2 choices. They can go upstream and take the high road, or they can take the low road. He's not sure yet what he wants to take. This moon back there means that this is a Pisces. The Pisces showed up in the reading. Something is going to change really quick, because look at this guy. He comes in on the horse with the sword. He comes in really, really, really quick. Something changes quick. And the last card is the 2 of Wands. Kind of being prepared to move forward. So he may just be taking he might be undecided, but that's going to change. It's not going to last forever. Okay, let me see if I can pull up any of those other questions. Did you scare him? Okay, yes and no. Did you scare him? Did you scare him? You're definitely worried that you did, because look at who shows up here. The 5 of Cups is worrying, right? You're not seeing what's behind you. You're only looking at what's empty. And the other 2 cards are aces, which means you have like a 66, 70% chance that, yeah, you did scare him. But you know what? Don't worry about it. The best thing you can do is, if you feel like you scared him, pull back a little bit and try to pull your energy back from him. If you can, try not to think about him, because when you're not thinking about him, you're going to lose that psychic connection, and you'll pop into his head, because he's not going to feel you and he's going to be looking for you. So if you can, try to distract yourself so that you're not constantly thinking about him, and the distance will remove some of that fear, because he won't feel like you're holding on to him. All right, let me see. Why doesn't Ashley want to talk to me? I think she's got trust issues. Most people have trust issues. All right, let's see. Why doesn't Ashley want to talk? Why doesn't Ashley want to talk? Feeling stuck. Definitely feeling stuck. Huh. There's definitely something going on here. The first card is the Hanged Man, which is feeling like I can't move forward. I don't know what to do. Like the Hanged Man is almost happy, being complacent. Like it's almost like I'm miserable. I'm not happy, but I know what I know what I got. You know, it's like that kind of a thing. It's like I hate my job, but I know what I can get away with, so I'm not moving. So this isn't being happy and complacent. This is being unhappy but afraid to move forward. The next card is the Knight of Wands in reverse, which means things may not change too quickly. There could be a little bit of a holdup. And the Page of Pentacles is another slow mover. Look at him. He's focused on his pentacle. He's not paying attention to anything else that's going on around him. So this person just may be all up in her own head and not even thinking about anybody else. The next card is in reverse, which is the Nine of Wands. Upright, the Nine of Wands is feeling like you won the war, like you're over the top of the mountain, like you made it to the top and you're on the other side. In reverse, it's not feeling that. So for whatever reason, she's feeling like she's stuck, she can't move forward, or maybe she's even a little bit scared. The last card is the Four of Wands in reverse, which is like the happy home. In reverse doesn't necessarily mean the unhappy home, it just means a delay. So there is a delay, something that she's either working to or she's hung up on, and it could be, like you said, a trust issue. Best thing I can suggest is just to give a little bit of space. Rather than choking the energy, let it go a little bit, and then you should see something change. Focus on what you want and not what you don't. So if you're focused on she has trust issues, she's never going to trust me, that's where you're going to keep getting. So you want to focus on something like she's over her trust issues and she knows she can trust me. So you focus on that, and then that will put more positive energy out. And you know, the thoughts transmit, so she'll pick up on that and not have any idea that it was you that put it out there. It'll be like she just thought of it. Nikita, okay. Will we see Nikita by the end of the year? Will we be seeing Nikita by the end of the year? Yep, and especially so if Nikita is a fire sign. So the first card you got was the Ace of Pentacles. The second card is the Ace of Cups. 70% chance, yes, you're going to see her. Now, especially if she's got a lot of fire in her chart, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, definitely yes. Will my twin flame see me soon? Will the twin flame be coming around soon? Okay. The first card you got were the Lovers, which is the soulmate card. So that's like the twin flame card, which would be a yes. Then you also got the Ace of Pentacles, which adds to that. So you would say that this is probably about a 67% chance yes. The last card you got was the Three in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse, which means if something upsetting happened, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a betrayal. It's more of like a misunderstanding. That's for you, yeah. So yeah, I do think that your twin flame is showing up soon, and I do think it's going to be good. Don't let anything upset you, because whatever shows up that's not favorable or whatever, savory, it's not that big of a deal. So don't make a big deal out of it. You're welcome. Cool Jay, what was your question? Was it about Ashley? I did answer the question about Ashley, but I can't remember if that was you. I think it was. And I just answered it, so maybe it was like at 37 minutes. Okay. Any other questions? Anyone else have questions? Okay, go ahead. drop your, oh, scroll up. Let me see here. You should know I'm not that good with these kind of things. All right, Joy. May I please ask what's coming for me this July? Okay, what's going on for Joy this July? All right, come on, Joy. What's happening for Joy? Well, you got victory, you got stability. You got some good stuff coming in. Okay, so the first card you have is victory. So whatever it is that you've been striving for, and it could be success in a relationship, success at work, success with money, it doesn't matter, it's victory. The victory is yours. You're going to get whatever it is that you want. The next card, now it could be money, because the next one here is stability, financial stability, saving money. It could even be being a little bit cheap, which is fine. The next card here could be a Virgo, because it's the Hermit, or it could be that you're just taking time alone, reflecting on what it is that you want. The next card here is the Knight of Pentacles. Look, this guy, he's a slow mover, but if you have an earth sign in your life and you're hoping that the relationship moves forward, this could be that person. Just try not to get frustrated and give them a little bit of time. Earth signs can be slow, especially if it's a Taurus. The last card is the Wish card, the Nine of Cups. So if there's a wish that you want to put out into the universe, now would be a good time to make that wish, because it's going to come true. I'm especially thinking something that has to do with career or money or finances is going to be very positive in July. Hope that helps. What's going on in September? What's happening in September? All right. If anyone's holding you back in September, it's you. Okay, so the first card you have is the Nine of Wands in reverse, which is upright. It would be like getting to the top of the mountain and feeling like relief. In reverse, it's like you just feel like you didn't get there. The next card is the Fool in reverse. Be careful not to act out spontaneously, like without thinking. Like, it's okay to be spontaneous, but that would be the Fool upright. In reverse, it's like not thinking and doing something like shooting yourself in the foot. But then you have an earth sign here, which is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And this person either could be your partner, a new love interest, a business person, but somebody around you who's very significant and important in the month of September. If you were worried, you're not worrying so much. However, you are holding yourself back. You have self-imposed restrictions. Take the restrictions off and just go for it, because the only person that's holding you back is you. Oh, I see that I missed a question. What does Zach, my Gemini, think of me? We've never dated. We've only been friends. Okay. Zach, the Gemini, what is he thinking? Zach, the Gemini. He's undecided. He's definitely undecided, but that could change. Okay, so the Two of Swords could either be making a decision or not making a decision. It could go either way depending on the situation. And since you're asking the question and he hasn't made a move yet, I'm thinking that this is him, that he hasn't made a decision. But it's something that crosses his mind and that he thinks about it. The next card here is the World. This card shows up, the world is at your feet. It's like the world is your oyster. You can have whatever you want. Right in the center, you have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So if you feel like at some point he's walked away from you, he walked away and he didn't know why. And it's not necessarily literally walking away, but if there was some time, space, or distance between the two of you, it wasn't something he did intentionally. It just could be the kind of thing, and it sounds like excuses, but I've done this to people myself, where you intend to call somebody and then you don't get to it, and then you intend to call them tomorrow and you just don't get to it. Well, that could be what's gone on here. Now the Emperor, I know you said he was a Gemini. This is an Aries, but if he is a Gemini who is a very strong side, this could be him. Or it could be another Aries shows up, or another strong male figure shows up. The final card here is the Lovers, which is either a Gemini or your love connection to him. So either way, this card is like an amazing omen. So I think that your relationship can definitely go to the next level. It may just take a little bit of time, or he maybe hasn't figured that out yet. So if you feel like you're focused very much on the fact that the two of you are just friends, try to let go of that belief and just reprogram yourself into thinking, he looks at me like I'm a goddess. He looks at me like I'm the one. He thinks of me as being the most amazing partner he could ever have, and put that out into the universe. See what happens. Good luck. Thank you for the question. Okay. Let me see. I don't know how many people I missed in the meantime, so let me see if I can go back a little bit. Thank you. All right, let's see. All right. Can you tell me the past, present, and future of the Taurus, of Nate the Taurus? Well, Taurus can be a very sensual sign, but let me see. So you think he cut you off because you didn't sleep with him? Just clarify that for me before I ask the question. You want to know what he's thinking of you because you think that he cut you off because you didn't have sex with him? Okay, and Valencia, what's your question? In the meantime, I'm going to answer this one. How's the Libra feeling about me? How is the Libra feeling? How is the Libra feeling? How is the Libra feeling? Did something happen where this person feels like they don't have a chance anymore? Did they do something stupid? Because everything came up in reverse, and the first card is the Seven of Wands in reverse, which is like not feeling like they've succeeded, or feeling like they've been let down, or that they let you down. The Magician in reverse is not feeling like they have the magic, like just feeling like it's like the wind was let out of their sails. The Hermit in reverse is feeling like they broke up with you. They may realize that it was a mistake. The Hermit in reverse is this person is isolating themselves from the world. It's not like they broke up with you and they're out partying. This is like they're broken up and they're like home locked in their room. And then, were you guys bickering a lot? Because like this is the bickering card, but in reverse, it's like, yes, you want this person back. In reverse, it's like the arguments have stopped and it's like silent. And then the last card is the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is like, almost like, did they say things that they didn't mean, or maybe mean things? Yes, okay, all right. So if you want to change this, have you spoken to them? Because you have a couple of options here. The only time I would suggest somebody not reaching out is if they were feeling really negative and they didn't think that they were going to get anywhere, and that they had an attitude like, well, they're not going to answer me back. Then I would say don't do it. But if you can put yourself in a positive frame and at least open up the doors to communication, reach out and kind of have that idea of like, well, I'm going to reach out to them and screw it. They'll answer me back. It's no big deal. Nothing is wrong. There's nothing that I have to be worried about. Everything is going to be fine. And if you cannot stress over it, then I would say reach out to them. If you just can't do it and you're just like, no, I'm not doing this, then the best thing that I can suggest is to do your best to focus on them. Imagine them texting you. Imagine them calling you. Let it go as best you can, and this person will reach out. Mercury's going retrograde. People are going to reach out. And then you want to change the whole energy of the situation. So in other words, if you have been dealing with, all right, before the relationship broke up, there had to be some kind of a fear that this was going to happen, because it's fear that creates these situations. So when you're afraid of something, that's when it manifests into reality. And we're our own worst enemies because we do it to ourselves. So you want to focus on taking the relationship back to where it was when it was good. So imagine the first time you were with this person, the first date you had, the first time they called you. Imagine the feeling like when they first texted you and you first found out that they were interested. And then that should start to cultivate those good feelings again. All right, that's the thing. So negativity cultivates more negativity. And it's a downward spiral. It's not easy, and trust me, I've been there before. But the more you can try to put yourself in the position or put yourself back to where it was when it was good, the more you'll feel good, the more good that will go out, and the more good that will be reflected back to you. So what happens is we get negative, we try to be self-protective, and then we put ourselves like in a very low frequency, and it's really hard to manifest things that way. And you can change it, it just takes a little bit of work. So it might take a couple of weeks, but that's okay, you just work on it. When this person pops into your mind, you think of something positive, something that you enjoyed about the relationship and something that you want more of, not all the negative, because things can change. Things change every day. Every day, wild, crazy things happen to people that they never thought were going to happen. And it manifests because they spent a little time thinking about it and they let it go. So focus on what you want and you can cultivate that, bring that relationship back. It does, you talked, so there was a little bit of communication, so you're already on the right track. I hope this helps. All right, let me see. I know I missed some other questions. How's the connection now between you and the Taurus? Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with this Taurus. Is this Taurus only looking for sex? Let me do it like this. Is this Taurus only looking for sex? 7, 8, 9, 10. No, they're not just looking for sex. You only got a 33% chance. You only got one ace. So, you know what? I think that you just might need to give it a little bit of breathing room. Like, try to let go of it a little bit. Hey, quiet. Will your financial situation improve? Hey, quiet. Hey, quiet. Dylan, come on. So it looks like you may have a little bit of time because you only got one ace, which is like a 33% chance it's going to improve like immediately. But I'm going to pull a playing card here to see if we can get timing as to when the financial situation improves. How soon will the financial situation improve? When can we see? Go ahead. When can we see some financial improvement? The Queen of Spades. So the spades would be this fall, or the Queen could be the 12th month. It could be December by the end of the year. And by the end of the year, like it only turns into winter on December 21st. So I'm thinking you're going to be in a better financial situation sometime this fall, maybe later in the fall. Hope that helps. Okay, let's see. The short white girl at my job with the, how does she feel? The short white girl, what color is her hair? Do you know her sign or her birthday? We'll just use the short white girl. How's the short white girl feel? The short white girl from work. I think she likes you. First card here is the Eight of Swords. Oh, she got pink hair. Okay. So this is something changes fast. So out of the blue, all of a sudden, something can happen. The next card is the Ten of Cups, which is happiness on all levels. So this is not only just being happy at work or with love, or it's like being happy in all areas of your life. Yes, go ahead. And then the last card is the King of Cups, which is a water sign. So will this, is this person, find out if they're a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I think that this person does like you. A love reading for Jules. Okay. Love reading for Jules. What's going on for Jules in love? You got the Magician. Okay, so the Magician, there could be a Virgo. Virgo may show up. So the Magician means that the magic is in your hands. You can put it out there and it's going to show up. You have to believe in it. You know, you have to believe in magic, and the Magician can make things happen. The next card is the High Priestess in reverse, which means you're not really listening to your intuition. You know what you need to do, or you know what should be done, and you're just not listening to it. Listen to yourself. And then the final card is the Hermit. So a Virgo could show up, or maybe somebody that has a number of planets in Virgo, or maybe it's just somebody that's very quiet and to themselves and maybe a little bit shy. But it looks like you need to listen to your intuition. You can have whatever you want, and that person could be a Virgo. Is Israel doing drugs? Okay. Is Israel doing drugs? Let's see. Well, 33% chance with this ace that yes, he is doing drugs. And then the Queen of Pentacles. So if this is a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo we're talking about, okay, then we at least know it's them. The last card is Judgment, which is like karma. So if your intuition is telling you this person is doing drugs, I'm thinking that you're probably right. I think that you're probably right. Okay, let me see. Who's next? Hang on. All right, I did Jules. Rosewater. Oh, wait. Single Taurus. Rosewater wants to know what's happening for the month of July as far as love is concerned. Okay. What's going on for Rosewater for the month of July? Are you getting over a past hurt? Because it looks like a wound is healing. Okay. Oh, the good news is at the end of the day, you got the happiness card. That's the final one. So the first, Lil, I thought we were done. What's the next question? Let me get through this and I'll come back to you. So the first card here is the Ace of Pentacles, which could be a new offering of love. Generally speaking, it is a business opportunity, but because this was a love question, I'm going to look at this as a new offering of love coming in. The next card is you have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is like getting over a wound or moving forward. I skipped the main question. Okay, then send it again. I missed it. I'm sorry. And then the next card here was the Queen of Swords in reverse. So it's usually like more of like a situation. Like it looks like so far a new offering of love is coming in, but you may be working to get over an old hurt. The next question is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands could be that a fire sign shows up, which would be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. And there is like a mini disaster. And the reason why I'm saying a mini disaster is because it looks like you're working to get over something, and then this happens. So it could be the kind of thing like where I thought I was over it, and now I'm feeling like I'm being pulled back into it, or I'm re-grieving over it. But the next card you got is the Sun card, which is the happiness card. Now, I'm thinking that you have a fire sign showing up here, okay? You have a fire sign, which would be a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. A new beginning in love, getting over a past hurt, maybe feeling a little bit pulled back by that hurt, but inevitably by the end of what we say, July, so maybe even by the beginning of August, starting to feel happiness again. I hope that helps. Okay, now that question about the past, present, and future, the past, present, and future of what? Of what he's doing? Let me see. Your main question was for the past. That's a big, long reading. But what exactly do you want to know about the person's past? Will he realize that he is lost, and when? And why did he cut you off? Like, what exactly do you want to know about his past? Like, I can't just do a whole reading on his past. It would take too long. His past, present, and future. Like, if you have a specific question about it, I can answer that. Otherwise, it's gonna take me a really long time. The most used drugs, cut the ones off. You're welcome, Rose. Okay, what do the spirit guides want to know? Okay. What do the spirit guides want Balanchia to know? Okay, there's a water sign around you. If you're not that water sign, there's a water sign coming in, which would be a Pisces, a Capricorn, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. The next card is the Hierophant. Now, this could be a Taurus, or it could be a spiritual connection. So if you're not this water sign and a water sign comes in, it could be somebody that is connected to you in a spiritual way. It could be someone that you meet in a spiritual surrounding, like at a church, a synagogue, or something that's spiritual like that. Victory. So whoever this person is that shows up, and you may even already know them, the relationship is going to be a very fruitful one. It's going to be something that brings you a lot of happiness, a very successful relationship, the happy home. It could even lead to engagement or marriage. And the last card is the Page of Pentacles. If one of you is the Taurus or an earth sign, then I'm going to think that it's the water sign that's coming in. Now, if you're already with somebody, this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could even be a business partnership. So let me know if that resonates, because that's what I'm getting here. But there's a lot of victory. You're a Virgo. Okay. All right. So then that's you as the earth sign. So you may be looking for a water sign to show up. Okay. Capricorn is also an earth sign. Okay. Let me see. Let me go back to the questions that I missed. Okay. Am I having trouble with the Cancer guy in my internship? Does he still like me? Okay. Does the Cancer still like me? Why is he being so distant? Okay. He does still like you, because you got one ace, which is 33%. You got the Sun card, which is the best card of the deck. And then the final card is like working towards something. So I'm not really sure why you're questioning if he likes you is because he's being distant. Cancer can be like that. Like they can put up that hard front and it could take a while for them to let that guard down, especially if they like you or if they feel like you're not giving them what they want. All right, let me pull 3 cards and see if I can get anything else on him. And they also just had that eclipse on their sign. Something's going to change. Don't worry about it. Something is going to change because the first card you got here is the 8 of Wands. Something changes. The next card you have is the Apprentice. So this is him. This is the person working with you as an intern. The card in the center is being worried. Please don't worry because it's going to change. Are you an earth sign? Because we have an earth sign here. Okay. And then the final card is the World. So the World shows up. The World is at your feet. It's all yours. All right. Good. I hope that helps. And now let me go back to Lil. The questions about the Taurus. Okay. Will he realize that he's lost? Why did he cut me off? Is there... So he stopped talking to you, he cut you off, and you want to know why, right? I just want to make sure I got that question right. You're welcome. Did he appreciate your help? Okay. And why did he cut you off? Okay, first, did he appreciate your help? You know what? I don't think that he was very appreciative. You didn't get any aces. The first card you got here was the Queen of Pentacles, which is an earth sign. The second card you got here was Perseverance. So if he's working towards something, he's working and he's working hard at it. And then the last card is the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is like he's feeling a little bit betrayed. It's much worse if it comes out upright. But it's like he feels betrayed. Did you do something to him that he feels like maybe have been a little bit betraying? I don't know, maybe you said something to somebody or even you said something to him that didn't sit right with him? You did nothing, okay, and nobody could have told him anything. See, that card is like feeling betrayed. All right, and the first question was, did he appreciate the help? And the next one was, why did he cut you off? Okay, so let's see, why did he cut you off? I think he feels betrayed. That's odd. But the betrayal card comes up again. And this is the Taurus, right? All right, the first card you have here is the Happy Home, which means at some point he was happy or he's expecting happiness. When this card shows up, there's some kind of a celebration. It could even be like moving in or getting engaged. Now, the next card is the Ten of Cups in reverse, which means there's a delay in happiness. It doesn't mean you're not getting it, but this relationship is going to go through some turmoil or it hasn't gotten to the point yet where it should be. The next card right in the center of the spread is the Queen of Wands. So this could be a fire sign, which would be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Or it could be somebody who is a very strong person with a very opinionated kind of a thing. Who knows if it's somebody that's saying something to him? I don't know. This card comes up again, the betrayal card. And then you have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which is like a holdup. My suggestion would be to reach out to him if you can, because I think there's a miscommunication here. Or you didn't do anything, but he thought that you did, or there's something that's making him feel a little bit betrayed, and that's why he cut you off. Very strange. I don't know. I mean, if you know if there's somebody that might be saying stuff to him. Yeah, I do read them in reverse. Okay, what's going on? What's coming up for love? What's coming up for love for Phil? What's coming up for love? Okay. Okay, the first card you have here is the Nine of Pentacles, which, generally speaking, this would be a money card, but since the question was about love, this could be about love. So this is generally a good omen when it comes to love. The next card you have here is the World, which means the world is at your feet. You can have whatever you want. The one danger that you have here, and I'm only saying danger because it could, you know, it's like sex. So this card right in the center of the spread means like somebody could show up and you could have a very sexual relationship with them, but it might not turn into like a long-lasting romance, and you might be okay with that. But right in the center of the spread, this is like earthly pleasures. It could even be people that, you know, like maybe you guys party together and you hook up, but generally speaking, it's not really a love relationship, but it is a very passionate sexual relationship. And the person may be a fire sign because the wand showed up, which would be an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. And then the last card you have is the Wheel of Fortune, which gives you the opportunity to change a sexual relationship into more if you want it. Like, it's your choice. So there's definitely going to be some passion coming in. I can't always say that with this reading that it's going to be a long-lasting love relationship, but it should be a lot of fun. Hope that helps. Okay, let me see, who else have I missed? What's coming up for love? Yes, communication, miscommunication. All right, let me do the who do you see coming in for love in August of 2019? Because I don't think I answered a question for you yet, happily ever after. So let me answer that one. What's going on for August, for love, for happiness ever after? Happily ever after. Somebody from your past may return, and they may return out of the blue. So the Six of Cups is somebody comes back from the past, a reconnection to somebody from the past, or it could be looking back on the past with rose-colored glasses. Generally speaking here, since you asked about love, this could be somebody from your past showing up in a love relationship. Now, it doesn't always have to be that this person is someone you were involved with, but say you go to the mall and you run into somebody you went to high school or college with, and now all of a sudden you're in a relationship with them. Somebody from the past comes back. The next card is the Ace of Swords. So when this shows up, it could be highly sexual, or it could be something that comes out of the blue. Like you had no idea, like you were going to the gas station to get gas, you ran into somebody you went to kindergarten with, and all of a sudden you're in this relationship with them. Card in the center is the Nine of Wands. When this guy shows up, it's like you got to the top of the hill, you're going over the other side, and it's like smooth sailing now. If there were arguments or bitterness or some kind of a foul feeling that you had with this person in the past, it's over. That's over. The bad part is over, and you're working towards something much better. The final card here is the Four of Cups in reverse. So you're not overthinking it, you're just going with it. You're just going with it. So enjoy it, okay? And good luck. You think someone's, all right, listen, this stuff with the black magic, I hear it all the time. If you're afraid that anyone is doing black magic on you, the best thing you can do is light white candles or black candles. Just let them burn for a couple of minutes a day, or take a bath with salt. Salt absorbs negativity. You can fill a bowl with water and put it underneath your bed, and it will absorb the negativity. And do it until you feel like you're clean of it. All right, let me see what questions I missed. Staying hydrated too is really important, yeah. All right. How do you feel? Okay. How does Ruben feel about me? No communication since May. He blocked me. Okay, the first thing you want to do if somebody blocks you is you want to envision them unblocking you and stop focusing on the he blocked me. I know it's really hard because it gets stuck in our head, and it's like when someone blocks you, it's almost like it's like they put up a wall, right? So try to tear down the wall by just thinking nothing is wrong. No, he's not mad at me. He's going to remove the block. It's not a big deal. We're going to move forward from it. That's the first thing. Okay, you don't want to focus on that block because you know what it's going to do. It's going to create a bigger block. How is Ruben feeling? How is Ruben feeling? Karma. So this situation can correct itself. The Queen of Wands is a fire sign. If one of you is a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. The Hierophant in reverse. Feeling spiritually disconnected. So whatever his problem is, it may not have so much to do with you as it more has to do with him. You're a Gemini, he's a Virgo. Okay, so that's a fire sign. All right. Neither one of you have showed up yet. Okay. Temperance is a Sagittarius. Or you might need to have patience, or it could be balance gets restored to this relationship. The final card is the Devil in reverse. So the Devil in reverse, it's kind of a good omen here, because if this relationship had gotten so far out of balance that for whatever reason he felt like he needed to block you, that's going to kind of reverse itself now that the Devil showed up. Judgment shows up, which is karma. And then feeling spiritually disconnected, it has to do with him. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Temperance shows up, balance gets restored. And then the final card is the Devil. So the Devil upright is like earthly pleasures, materialistic. It's like kind of like, you know, doing things that we know aren't good for ourselves, but yet we do them anyway. When it's in reverse, it's stopping that bad behavior. So I think that it may take him a minute to just get over this, but balance gets restored to the situation. And I don't think it has so much to do with you as it does to do with him. So I think that you might just need to hang in there. And I keep harping on this Mercury retrograde, but things can all start to correct themselves now for everyone once Mercury goes retrograde. Especially if he blocked you, he can unblock you under Mercury retrograde. So focus on what you want, put it out there, and let it go. Because I don't think that he's so upset with you. I think he's more upset with himself. You want to know? All right, let me just go back and see. I want to make sure that I didn't skip. Okay. Okay. You did do the salt, okay? And you want to know why and how those people with the black magic are successful, right? That's your question, Sophia? Okay, when it gets into our heads that we have somebody putting on, I already did what you said, and I'm not an amateur, and you're still not feeling any relief. Okay, so when it's in your head that somebody is doing black magic to you, that's what's going to show up. You're convincing yourself that this person has power over you that they don't really have. So in essence, it's almost like you're doing it to yourself by the power of suggestion. They could only be powerful over you if you allow them. You know, and it's like I don't want to say it's a paranoia thing, but it's like we have it in our head. They don't have any power over you unless you give it to them. They can't physically inflict anything on you unless you allow them to. So you have to try to see yourself as being more powerful than they are. And you have more control over yourself and your destiny than they do. So I'm asking if they are going to be successful. No, they won't be successful because you're more powerful than them. And you have to believe that. You've done black magic on other people is what you're saying. So you're worried that it's going to come back to you, or you're worried that you're worried that they're doing it back to you, or you're worried that like karma is coming back to you? So I'm not sure what the question is. You want to know if they're going to be successful with, how successful are they on casting a black magic spell over you? That's the question? And why are they successful? They are only going to be successful if you allow them to be. It's in your head and you're thinking about it. Why are they doing it? I don't know why they're doing it. Let me see if I can find out. Do you know who this person is? You have any idea why they may be doing something like this? I know it's a different person, or it's different people that are doing it to you. And you don't know why. You just think that they're doing black magic on you. Different person from who? So it's a different person from who you casted the spell on, and you believe that they're doing black magic on you. Yes, okay. See, here's the like, I don't believe that black magic is going to work unless you allow it to work. Just like I don't believe going into a church and lighting a candle is going to do anything if you don't believe it. So for me, a different... So I'm not really sure how else I can answer that. Why they tried? I don't know who the person is. Is it somebody that you were involved with? Is it somebody that you were involved with their partner? Like, I need a little, I can't just throw out a random question as to who is it. The Eight of Wands, something changes quick. How would you know? Well, that's why I don't know why you think that somebody is doing black magic on you. Like, what's making you think that? You are an amateur. Would you know that? What to... Wait a minute, I missed that one. Hang on. I have a question. You're an amateur. You would know what to do, take a bath. What do you mean? If you weren't an amateur, you would know to take a bath? Oh, don't listen to readers that tell you that crap. They just want you to keep coming back so that you can pay them. Do not listen to readers that tell you that shit. I swear to God. I do not believe that. And they're going to tell you that they're going to prey on you, and they're going to send all the evil entities away, and it's going to cost you $1,000 and your life will be healed. Please do not listen to that. I'm telling you, it's a scam. It is a scam. There is nothing that anyone else can do for you that you can't do for yourself. Can I do a yes or no? Yeah, on what? What's the question? Yeah, but they're going to make you come back and pay them. They'll give you a free reading, sure, and they're going to tell you that you have a black aura and that you have a devil attached to you, and for $3,000 they're going to remove it. I'm telling you, do not listen to them. It's not true. They're not successful. It's not true. This reader is trying to get you as a client, and they're going to tell you anything to make you paranoid so that you keep going back to them. And what's happening is that they're working on you. So you're believing that someone is doing this to you, and you're falling right into their hands. Well, you don't have to believe me. That's fine. But I can't tell you, I can't just pick like out of the whole world who is doing this to you and why. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe that you got a free reading for someone and they told you that you're going to have black magic done to you and they didn't tell you who it was or why. I think that this person is looking to scam you. I mean, that's my opinion. You don't have to believe me. That's fine. Go ask somebody else. And if they ask you for money, my suggestion would be do not give it to them, because that's all they want. And there are a million scammers out there. I'm telling you. And they're just looking for people who they feel that they can scam. Hi, Linda. Okay, let me see. I mean, you don't have to listen to me. You can log off. I mean, that's fine. You know, I mean, I don't want to see you get ripped off. If you choose to get ripped off, that's your business. Do I have a list? I don't have a list. Amira, if you have a question, you can send it. I'll answer it right now. Yeah, go ahead, right now. I'll do it right now. Let me do Amira first, and then I'll go back and I'll get those other questions. Okay. I'm Donna, and I'm asking about my partner. Okay, what do you want to know? Just where the relationship is headed? Where is Donna's relationship going? Where is Donna's relationship going? Where is it headed? Relax still. Relax. Okay, so the first card that you got here is the Two of Swords. It could be a Pisces, if you or your partner is a Pisces, because the moon is back there. It could also be that there's some indecision, or somebody needs to make a decision and they just haven't yet. The next card is the Hierophant, which is spiritual connection. Now, it could be a Taurus, if one of you is a Taurus, or it could just be like a soulmate type of connection. There also seems to either have been a betrayal, or somebody, one of you is feeling a little bit betrayed, because the Ten of Swords is usually a betrayal. The next card here is the Strength card, which means this relationship can endure it. So if somebody did something inadvertently, something that was came off as betraying, you have the strength in this relationship that you can overcome it. Either that, or a Leo comes in and changes the playing ground. And then the final card is the Wheel of Fortune, which means that you can really, the Wheel of Fortune, like you can kind of have what you want. So if you want this relationship to work out or to go to the next level, focus on what you love about the relationship and cultivating more of it in that respect. If you want the relationship, if you think that you want the relationship to end and you want to take your life in a different direction, there could be a Leo showing up for you. So when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it's kind of like this is your call. You can make it what you want. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. But it looks like the relationship is pretty stable enough. But if you didn't, you know, if you want it to end and you want to move on, you have that option. Looks like the choice is more yours than anyone else's. Okay, let's see. I think I might have skipped somebody. Okay. Jamia, did I skip you? Did you submit a question and I missed it? Okay, let me just go to Dingus, and then Jamie, if you could resubmit that question. Is Dingus going to end up back in Seattle? Yes, I believe so. You got two aces here. And then the final card was the Ten of Cups. So if you want to go back to Seattle, you're definitely going back there. You're going to get your wish. Let's see, who is that? Okay, you're welcome. Is the evil boss going to leave me alone? All right, Ronnie, let's see. Will the evil boss leave Ronnie alone? It looks like it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for you. You only got one ace, which is like 33%. And then you have the Queen of Cups, which is generally a softer kind of figure. So I'm not really thinking that this is the evil boss. But the Knight of Swords could be somebody with a sharp tongue. My advice would be, not that you can't ignore your boss if the person's talking to you, but try not to spend too much energy thinking about them, because you don't want to blow them up. If you kind of spend less time thinking about them, who knows, maybe they'll even find another job. Yeah. And don't let them see you get rattled by them. Like, that's my best advice, because evil people like that get off on that crap. So just try to be as confident as possible. Okay, let's see. Now, I think Jamie was next. Okay. Jamie wanted to know, what could this be that's spreading all over your face? Is it a rash? If something is spreading on your face and it's getting worse, if you can see a doctor, I would rather you see a doctor than me do a reading on it, only because if it's spreading, it's getting worse. Let me ask that. Is it going to get worse? All right, I'll go back. Don't worry, I'll go back. Okay. Is this facial rash going to spread and get worse? You got two aces, which is like 80% yes, and then the last card is the Nine of Swords, which is like being worried about it. And you know, when you worry about something, it makes it worse. So my suggestion would be, if you can get to a doctor, they could probably clear it up for you in no time, rather than thinking about it and making it worse. That's my advice. I would try to see if you can get to a doctor. Okay, let me see where we are, because the phone's going to die. I don't have that much time left. Okay, I did, Linda, did you say that I skipped you? What was your question? Okay, thanks. Yeah, if you could okay. I work for an insurance company and I need to hire 5 people to pay $100 for a background check. Also need 5 people to buy 5 people to buy life insurance. Where can I find them? All right. Let's see. You have to hire 5 people, and then you need to sell insurance to 5 people. All right, let's see. Where can we find people to hire for this job in the insurance company? Are you sure you're staying with this company? Because right in the center of the spread is the Eight of Cups, which is walking away. Is this job getting to you? And then the next card is the Judgment card, which is like karma. And then the next card is the Ace of Swords, which is something changes fast. Well, it could also be victory. It could be that you find your people. But is this job stressing you out? You are staying, okay. So you just want to find your people, sell your insurance, and then move on. All right, let's see. I wonder why that Eight of Cups showed up. Oh, I see, okay. All right. Will Linda find her 5 new hires quickly before the end of the summer? Well, it looks like you're going to find them because you got 1 ace, you got the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you're not going to be worried, and then the final card was the Lover's card, which is like a soulmate connection. So the people that you hire should be good fits. Where you can find them, I'm going to pull 3 cards to see if I can get a location. I think you might have a Sagittarius and a Virgo show up, if that's any help, and a new business opportunity. So there are going to be people coming in. I don't know exactly where they're going to come in from because there's nothing showing up here with a location. It just shows that they're coming in. Sagittarius, a Virgo, a new business opportunity. I hope that this helps. Everyone can be promoted. How do you find them? What about like websites like Indeed? Have you had any luck with that? I mean, I personally have never really had any luck on those websites, but I know that people do. All right, let me see. My phone is really going to die, so I may have to discontinue that. What did you see me? What did you see me do to accomplish everyone here? Everyone can be promoted. Yeah, I know, exactly. I know. You know, I hate to say this, but this comes to mind only because this is how I have found so many people have gotten good jobs, and it's by word of mouth. It's by mentioning it to people that need jobs and that are eager to work and that really want to work. Because, I mean, even for myself, the best jobs I got were just when I opened up my mouth and said that I needed something. But that has nothing to do with anything that I read. That's just my own intuition because that's what I've always done. I hate to say that too because hardly any job that I ever applied for did I get. It was always when I was just randomly talking to somebody and then they were like, oh, but I have a job that's open. So maybe just opening up your mouth and talking to people in social settings and social networking, maybe that would be a better way to create it because these websites, like I know for myself, Indeed has never been successful. I would say just talk to like people that in your social circle, like maybe people in your personal life. I mean, that's a good job. I mean, if people are looking for a good high paying job, that's a good job to get. All right, Ovo, I saw that you had a question. I'm afraid that this phone is going to die. If my phone dies, I'm going to be back Monday night. I'm going to do another reading Monday night. Mariska, how does Mariska feel about Ovo? All right, I'm pulling 3 cards. The Hanged Man, feeling a little stuck. A delay in happiness. But the Two of Cups, which is a soulmate card. So things may be a little sticky right now. Happiness is a little bit delayed, but basically this person sees you in a very positive light. I don't have sexual tarot cards. These are the only tarot cards I have. I'll do the Karina question, and then that's it. This one's going to totally die. How's Karina feeling? How is Karina feeling? Well, if Karina's a Virgo, okay, this is her. If she's not, then this is what's going on. She feels like her life is back in balance and she's working hard towards something. It could be a work goal. It could be something that she's working on personally. The last card is the Hermit, which is a Virgo, or she's feeling isolated. She's removing herself from the immediate situation. Not just you, but from everyone, just to kind of what do you call it? Like be introspective, like look to herself for answers or see what she really wants. The next card is the weight of the world was on her shoulders. She's starting to come out of that. You might start to see a change in her. And the Wheel of Fortune. So she definitely sees you in a positive light. Should I reach out to D? Is he missing me? Is D missing? Is D missing? Should you reach out? I would say wait for Mercury to go retrograde on Monday and reach out. Yes, definitely. You got two aces, which is like a 70% chance that yes, you should reach out and that he is missing you. And the last card is the Chariot. If he's a Cancer, that's him. If not, this could be the relationship moving forward, and it could be moving forward fast. Chariot shows up, you're moving forward. Okay? All right, that's it, guys, because my phone is going to die, but I will be back on Monday night. I'm not sure what time yet, but I'll put a picture up in the community room so that you see it. And if you wouldn't mind, like, share, subscribe, share me with your friends. I'm thinking maybe Monday night I'll come on maybe around 8 o'clock, if that works. Thank you. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.